In this 5 mark subjective question, they are directing us to differentiate the active immunity and passive immunity. For this, we are giving the detailed explanation in the column narration. In this particular column, we are specifying the active immunity is usually long-lasting, sometime lifelong. It is produced by the antibody of the host in response to the direct contact with an antigen. Whereas in passive immunity, we are observing the immunity lasts only for a few weeks or month. It is produced by the introduction of the antibody from outside of the host. For this specification, we are getting 1 mark. In the second differentiation, we are illustrating it is produced an immunological memory. It does not produce immunological memory in the passive immunity. For this specification, we are getting another 1 mark. In the active immunity, we are illustrating when the antigen enters the body, antibody and other specialized lymphocytes are produced. Whereas in passive immunity, we are specifying antibodies are introduced from an external source. For instance, a mother introduces antibody to the fetus through the placenta to infant via the mother milk as well. For this specification, we are getting 1 mark. In this way, we are satisfying the 3 mark demand of the first sub-question. In the second sub-question, they are directing us to specify the role of the vaccine and immunization in keeping human population healthy. For this, we are illustrating antibody produced in a body against antigen neutralizes pathogenic agent. For this specification, we are getting half mark. And for specifying vaccine also generates memory cells, B and T cells that recognizes quickly on subsequent exposure and controls the growth of the pathogen with the massive production of the antibody. For this specification, we are getting another half mark. And for illustrating the performed antibody or antitoxin protects our body from dead microorganisms like tetanus and is working against the snake venom as well. For this specification, we are getting another 1 mark. In this way, we are satisfying the 2 mark demand of the second sub question of the first optional 5 mark subjective question. In this 5 mark second optional question, they are directing us to describe the process of secondary treatment given to the municipal waste before it can be released into the freshwater body, and they are insisting us to specify the benefit provided by this process. For this, we are specifying the process of secondary treatment is executed by passing the primary effluent into the large aeration tank, which is constantly agitated mechanically, and air is pumped into it that allows the vigorous growth of the useful aerobic microbes into the flock. For this specification, we are getting 1 mark. We need to specify microbe consumes major part of the organic matter in effluent, which significantly reduces biological oxidation demand. For this specification, we are getting another 1 mark. And we need to illustrate the new effluent is passed into the settling tank where the flocks are allowed to settle or sediment representing the active sludge. For this specification, we are getting 1 mark. And for narrating the digestion of active sludge by anaerobic microbe and effluent from secondary treatment can be released into the river or stream. For this specification, we are getting another 1 mark. And we need to specify the result in the production of biogas, methane, hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide, which can be used as a source of energy. For this specification, we are getting another 1 mark. In this way, we are satisfying the overall 5 mark demand of the second optional 5 mark subjective question.